2021 will always be known as the year that I almost died. But despite it, I had the most fantastic hunting year of my life. Uh, it's a long story, and more than I want to get into uh, with the hunting video, which is what I want this to be, a story of a great hunt. Um, I'm actually writing a book about my lifetime struggle with health issues and all the things that I've been dealing with since I was about 16, 17. I'm 56 now. But this story starts with, me as a 6, 7, 8, 9-year old. One of the things I remember dreaming about is hunting for Kodiak brown bears. Um, and it's pretty hard to do unless you got a lot of money. You have to have a guide. You have to hunt with a guide. I think it probably starts out around 20 grand. Goes on up from there. Not well heeled enough for that. Didn't save my money the way I could have. I've always been more of a do-it-yourself guy. And so eventually I became an Alaska resident. And I started applying for hunting draws. So I'll share a picture of this, but imagine me laying in bed in the hospital this spring after a surgery had gone bad. I was having my hernia mesh replaced because I have chronic peristomal hernias. That just means that my colon was taken out a long time ago, and I have a stoma that comes out my abdomen. And because of that area of weakness, I get hernias all the time. And they're actually pretty dangerous because your bowel can pop through the hernia and loop up. And if it's strangulated too long, it dies. And it's incredibly painful. Incredibly painful. And I don't have any bowel left to give, so I've been trying to find somehow, some way to get my stomach, my abdomen patched up enough so my guts aren't popping out all the time. And that's what I was doing. But a surgeon punctured my abdomen, punctured my small intestine, and the whole hernia mesh came loose and was floating around in my guts and popping holes, and he would not admit it. And I finally had a neighbor friend come to check on me while I was recovering. This was after already being in the hospital ER twice and having the surgery, and found me fairly unresponsive, but in a tremendous amount of pain and just really far gone. Ambulance took me to the hospital, to another hospital. The surgeon saved my bacon, basically. Cut me from stem to stern and went searching and found the holes and repaired them. And I spent a month in the hospital. And it was touch and go. The surgeon actually told me, if you don't get surgery today, you won't live to see tomorrow. And the other thing I remember him telling me is, you're probably pretty much done with your crazy hunting lifestyle. You can do some things, but you probably won't be able to do what you've always done. So fast forward a few weeks, and I'm starting to feel better. I'm still in the hospital, but I'm starting to feel better. I'm not in as much pain. I'm sleeping better. I'm starting to eat a little bit. I'm depressed. I was really depressed. I had no idea what my quality of life was going to be. This was probably the most major setback I've ever had in my life, and I've had a lot of them. And I said, honey, to my wife, would you bring me my computer? I hadn't looked at it in weeks. And I opened up the computer and I started looking through my emails. And there was an email from Alaska Department of Fish and Game saying, the results for the hunting draw are out. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I applied for the Alaska hunting draw back in December. I wonder if I drew anything. So I opened up the email link, and my friends hate this about me, my friends from Alaska. There seems to be no justice, but I might have a lucky horseshoe up my ass, so to speak, or I'm tremendously blessed by God, or whatever you want to call it. But I had 3 once in a lifetime hunts I'd drawn, and last year I drew 2. And so I seem to have this trend of somehow being able to draw. The hunts I drew were a caribou hunt in the Kenai Mountains, in the Kili River herd, which is like maybe a 1 or 2% draw odd. The Dall sheep hunt in up in the Delta controlled use area, which is a 1 or 2% draw odds. And then a Kodiak brown bear hunt on Kodiak Island, which the particular area I drew for was about an 8% draw odd, and that's why I applied for it. And so between my sickness and my recovery and my busy summer and fall, I have not done anything on my YouTube channel in a long time. But I figure here it is now. It's winter. It's cold out.
Fire in the hole. Let's see what that looks like.
Alright, we're just leaving Homer, and we're on our way to Anchorage for the last night on the Kenai Peninsula, and then we fly out tomorrow morning for Kodiak Island. How are you feeling, Dad?
The adventure has begun. The next adventure. There's already been a lot of adventures this fall with caribou and moose. But now, going for the Kodiak brown bear. I think I've dreamed about this since I was, I don't know, since I could read. I remember reading Fur Fish and Game and Sports Afield and Outdoor Life and Field and Stream, reading about guys going to Kodiak Island hunting brown bears. I always wanted to do it. Now it's finally happening. So yeah, we're leaving Homer. We have, between me and Ben,
More gear than we know what to do with.
between me and Ben, I have, my body and all my gear weighs 480 pounds. Ben's body and all his gear weighs 360 pounds. And John's body and all his gear weighs 450 pounds. We're going to try to eat all the food we can and use all the disposables we can and replace it with bear hide and bear skull and meat, lots of meat. We have 16 days to get it done. Hopefully we get it done in less. If I had my druthers, I'd go in, see a great big boar, shoot it within the first 3-4 days, then commence making a pile of snipper black-tailed deer till everybody is 100% satisfied and be home in a week.
That's the goal.
Go from no fly-in flights in my life to 2 inside 2 months. This is styling right here. About to disembark for Kodiak Bay on Kodiak Island. Brown bear, Sitka black-tailed deer.
Home sweet rainy home.
What's that water deal here?
It's our second full day. It's Sunday. Tomorrow the hunt actually starts, so today we're going out to scout. Yesterday we were weathered in most of the day. The rain let up at about 5 o'clock, maybe 6. Maybe 5. We went out for a late hike. We hiked up to those trees up there, which doesn't look that bad, but it was. It was rugged. And we're not going to go up there again. But today we are setting out to see if we can cross this water at low tide. And then we're going to work our way up to this knob. See what that looks like. for a spot to glass. We've been walking for an hour or more, just checking out the land, exploring, shedding layers, getting hot, looking for a good place to set up. Glass for bears. We weren't expecting it to be this thick and wooded up in here. We were going to climb up this. Didn't think we could glass from there, but it's just all woods. You'd be able to see far or move quick on anything, so I'm going to do a little bit more scouting and pick a place. Deer's right in front of him.
I knew he was going to do that. Did you video that?
Yeah. Looks like it's down right on the edge of that yellow grass.
Freaking doe.
Venison for dinner. Well, we're once again climbing a big tall hill. This time it looks like probably going to be worth it. So right down here is where we just walked around the base of this thing. John spotted a deer when we were right down there. Shot it right over there. And there's John butchering the deer. And we are providing oversight, overwatch. But I got a little ways further to climb up this hill so we can decide where we want to watch from. Oh, I heard an eagle. There's an eagle around here. Seeing meat. We've got our first bear sighting. Gonna do what I can with my phone camera because that's all I got. Ooh, he's moving. He or she. We're gonna have to watch it because John's still down there butchering deer. I looked out and spotted it first, right on that bend. Naked eye, clear as day. And yeah, I don't have a professional camera. And my GoPro, I learned this morning, my attachment that I used to hold it steady broke somewhere in transit, so I don't have anything to hold it. So just cell phone footage, which is too bad, but you get the idea. Dragging that deer like it's nothing. Coming at us. Not slowly either. Laundry time. We didn't expect to get this much sun, so everything is drying. So this is day 2, our second full day here. Yesterday we scouted, and today we're scouting. Got company from a helicopter. Maybe. I don't know what they're doing yet. Anyways, we had an eventful day. It's been the nicest day by far, and we decided to go hike up to the knoll where we were looking to glass originally. The weather got nice, so we got up early this morning. We ended up having a close encounter with a brown bear, as you'll see. As soon as we got to the spot, John spotted a deer and pulled up and shot it. We were looking forward to having venison for dinner, and he started cleaning the deer. Dad and I hiked to the top of the knoll, and as soon as we got up there, I spotted a brown bear that was downstream, working its way upstream. And after about 15-20 minutes of watching it, he caught wind of the deer, and he started running towards John, who was still at the bottom cleaning the deer. So we kept a close eye on it, and he just kept getting closer and closer, and so we were basically doing overwatch for this bear. So check out that video. I am just sitting here as the tide is coming back in. Gonna read some book, and then we're gonna have some dinner, and maybe we'll go shoot that big bastard tomorrow morning.
Hit him again. Hit him again. It's going up.
It's going left.
redemption at its finest.
Are you videoing?
Yeah.
That son of a bitch charged my friend yesterday, and he stole his deer.
Yep.
We were going to have venison last night.
Didn't even get a back.
Yeah, we were.
Didn't even get a backstrap out of the deal. Sneak up here this morning, and he's laying on top of it eating it. We got up and 100 yards away, set up a rest, and waited for him. Half hour, maybe less.
Yeah, a little less.
And then he stood up and started walking.
Any day.
Walked out from behind the bush, let him have it. Behind the left front shoulder, through the right front shoulder. Started running to the left. 2 more shots, and he went down right there. I had a feeling that last shot spined him. That's what I was trying to do.
Looks like it from here, but well, let's cautiously approach.
See what we got. I think he got spined.
I'd say.
That's a fucking good bear, dude. Tapped his eyeball.
Done for.
That's a respectable bear, brother. Yeah? What do you think? Alright. Come here. Come back. That's a sow, dude.
Yeah?
I think it's a sow.
Here's where John was cleaning his deer yesterday.
Yeah. So the ground looked like this, right? And then John was cleaning his deer. Ben and I were up on that hilltop. Saw the bear way down
I got footage from up there yesterday.
way down the gravel bar. And then that bear started coming across, and he got into the scent cone of the deer. The wind was going like this. He got into the scent cone of the deer and ran up here, and Ben and I were up above, and he started running at John right over here.
Came right over that knob right there.
And John yelled, "Hey!" and fired off a shot and ran that way. And we were up above just ready to shoot it. And it backed off enough so we could get out of here. But John had to abandon his knives
John skirted the river over here, and we were just watching from above. Guns are ready.
So now the bear come in and dug a big hole here. And he's eating the whole deer, and he's been laying on top of it right here.
Pooping.
We snuck up on it from back there maybe 100 yards and watched. But it's been laying here. I don't know if this is where it was standing when I shot it and it squirted. But you can see, right here, you can see where it went tearing off. And as it was going this way, it went downhill and out of sight. But as soon as it hit that bush there, it started to come up again into my view, and I tried to shoot for its spine, and it disappeared when I shot, and we came over, and it was laying right there. Blood all over here already.
Yep.
I mean, this is just a few feet, lung blood. Yeah, look at that. It's just a few feet from where I shot it. But look at the mess it made. But it just dug up and buried, and it was laying on top of it right here. And that's what we were counting on. John told me when we left, he said, you're going to be done by 11:30. I think we're done by...
It's earlier than that.
I think we're done by 9:30, maybe 10. On opening day. Look at the digging and mess he made around here, though.
Yeah, it's like she's bound and determined to get every last drop of blood on this log.
Chewed on the stump.
So John must be missing a knife or two.
Maybe he just went to get your pack.
I'm taking video right now. You want some photos with that paw?
Look at the size of the claws on that thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to get swiped. Are they sharp?
Rip your head off. Not super old. She's a little worn down in the molars. A little more worn down on the incisors. Big noggin. Look at the head of that thing. We're down to the last leg.
Literally.
Yeah. Popped all the joints with this little Havilon. Scun the whole thing. Same Havilon I use for my caribou and my moose. Change blade every so often. But once you figure out where that joint is, you don't need a saw or a hatchet or an axe or anything like that. Just find that joint, pop it open, cut the cartilage, and it's done. Have one of your buddies come along and wrap a piece of rope around this knuckle and pull it that way and get down the backside, and away you go. So we sit here while I skin. Ben and John take turns assisting me. The other one goes and watches for a bear that might smell this and come in. We happen to have two other hunters up there on that knoll that I figure are going to watch this for their hunt for the next week, and that's not a bad idea. And suppose if a big one came in and we needed rescuing, we'd have 3 + 2 banging on it. That's not a bad thought, is it, Benny?
Nope.
Anyway, we're getting close, right? As soon as I skin this leg down to the hip, we're going to roll it over on her belly. Wound up being a sow. Big sow. You can see she's rotund, but she was by herself, no cubs, not lactating. We saw her by herself, just assumed it was a boar, but big sow. Beautiful coat. Beautiful. And Ben the man is going to try and carry it out of here. And I'm going to carry the skull. And if it's too much, we're going to get the raft, get in that river over yonder, and we're going to float it out. We shall see. All right, Ben. How's that? I'll leave this right here.
Yep. Oh,
I'll
definitely keep an eye on this one.
take the
No! Hey! Hey!
Get!
Ah!
Get! I wouldn't put it past them to circle around.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Yep.
well, you guys got your guns. I'll just keep
Yeah,
it.
you just go.
My son says he's going to carry that bear hide out for me, so I don't blow a hernia. That whole bear is in there, the whole hide. I don't know what it weighs, but I bet it's over 100 pounds.
Good.
Get them waist straps on you just right. No, I don't want you busting anything, spraining anything, blowing a hernia. If you need to stop and take a break, promise me you will, okay? Thank you. Look at this. Beautiful day. I don't know what it is. I just marched up that hill and found the stuff. Found the stuff that we left yesterday when we left in a hurry. The bear was in the brush there on the side of the hill eating John's deer, and we were right up above him, and we went off the back side of the hill and got out of there. I left ammunition, walking stick, gloves, part of a pack, and so I had to go up and get it, but now I think we're done here. The carcass is over there, and we ain't coming back, are we?
Nope.
There's some bear hunters sitting up on the hill. They're going to glass this. We're going to let them. All right, here we go. I can't get over the width on this head. You know, if you just, I'm going to try to do this, but from there to there, 9 inches. There's another 9 inches, that's 18 inches. That head is probably close to 2 feet wide on the sides of the ear, one to the other. That's what I was staring at through the brush when she was laying on top of John's deer. That big melon back there, just looking around like, my deer, my spot. I'm so full. Ate the whole deer. Before we got back the next morning, she had eaten the whole entire thing. Made a big mound and was laying on top of a couple of hooves and ankle bones. But Yeah, she's got just an absolute beautiful rug. You can see kind of there's silver tips here. It's dark brown and then kind of silvery on the top, kind of blondie. Beautiful rug. Getting ready to work out the ears, eyes, and nose and lips. Never done it before. Wish me luck. Have you gotten pictures of camp?
Yep.
You go back over there, there's a radio. Turn it on just in case John is having trouble. He's not usually off the stick.
Well, it's our last full day at our camp. We've got one day left to try and get deer. After we got the bear, we got a weather report that we got a really bad storm moving in. And this morning, it's really cold. We woke up and our water was frozen. So I'm wearing my warmest but least stylish hat. But I've got this baby to offset it. So I'm still kind of cool. We're going out looking for deer. Dressed to the nines. Bear tracks. Back at the scene of the crime. Beautiful morning. Cold, but it's working out real nice.
folks say there ain't no bears in Arkansas, and some folks never seen a bear at all. Some folks say the bears go around eating babies raw, and some folks got a bear across the hall. Some folks say the bears go around smelling bear, and others say that a bear is a honey sweet. And some folks say this bear's the best I ever had, and some folks got a bear beneath their feet. Some folks drive the bears out of the wilderness, and some to see a bear will pay a fee. And me, I just bear up to my bewildered best, and some folks even see the bear in me. Drive the bears out of the wilderness, some to see a bear would pay a fee. For me, I just bear up to my bewildered best, and some folks even seen the bear in me. And so meet a bear and take him on out to lunch with you, and even though your friends may stop and stare, remember that's a bear there in the bunch with you, and they just don't come no better than a bear. So meet a bear and take him on out to lunch with you, even though your friends may stop and stare. And just remember that's a bear